Hey everybody, it's me, Sweet Melody Speaks of Sweet Melody Media. Welcome to my stream. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Also, subscribe if you're new. That's right, hit the bell. I want everybody who's in the chat to be a subscriber, so make sure you hit that bell and also share on your platform. If you have a big YouTube, even if you have a small YouTube channel, share it. If you have an IG, share it. If you have a Facebook, share it. We're trying to get me out there in the algorithm. So make sure you guys are contributing to that. So I appreciate everybody's support. And I'm going to need all of my mods to make sure you're modding. That's why you still have a wrench. Make sure you're dropping Killer Swag's channel in the chat. Flood it. I want it flooded with Killer Swag's channel. And make sure you guys are subscribing to Killer Swag. So, hi, Killer Swag.
What's going on, Melody?
I'm just excited about this one-on-one with you. It's long overdue.
Yeah,
You know,
me too. It's
right?
been way long overdue for real.
Exactly, because we knew each other for a while now in the space. So I'm just happy that you agreed to this one-on-one. So not only is this a one-on-one, not only is this about Amber Rose, this is also kind of an interview for people to get to know you, get to know who you are and what your channel is about, where you're from and everything. So I want to get that out the way first. So we're gonna
All
take
right.
about 5 to 10 minutes just to get to know who Killer Swag is. You ready?
Right.
All right. So tell us about a little about yourself. Like, what do you do for a living? And just let us know a little about yourself.
Okay, well, outside of these YouTube spaces, I'm actually like a very busy guy. I work a lot. I actually work in a hospital, so you
Okay.
know. So at the same time, it's like I'm usually out and about. You know what I'm saying? I'm usually a guy that don't really sit still a lot. So
Right. So you're always out making your money.
oh
Doing
yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't be no broke dude out here, man. Like I lived that life before. I can't go back to that.
right. Exactly.
I can't do it.
Right. So where are you from?
Oh man, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. You know, say that's where the 216 come in at.
Okay, Killer Swag 216. That's interesting because I did not know where 216 came from. I was
Yeah,
wondering that myself.
yeah. So it's basically like two was Killer Swag 216, and I may have mentioned before like originally I never really came up with the name. Like a few of the people that's in my personal life, they're the one who came up with the name Killer Swag for me, and I just added the 216 to let people know where I'm from.
Well, it's kind of obvious, but why do they call you Killer Swag? Where'd that name
Oh.
come from?
I mean, it's kind of crazy to think about it because when I was like back in my early 20s, I used to work at this place in the factory or something. Like we made helmets and stuff like football, baseball, stuff like that. And there was a few people that I used to know there and stuff. And whenever I would tell them, like they would ask me, like, "Yo, what's your name?" And when I would ever tell them my real name, they would be like, "Yo, what's up, killer? What's going on, man?" I'd be like, "Oh man." So I just kind of ran with that. But then one of my younger homies that I knew, what I'm saying, one of the day we were just chopping it up, whatever. He was like, "All right, man, that's what's up, Killer Swag." And I was like, I just looked over at him. I was like, "What? What is
I
this dude?"
like
And
that name.
yeah, and plus, at that time, the word swag was really popping out here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everybody was saying it. So that's why I was like, yo, this dude just said killer swag. And he was calling me that ever since. So I was like, you know what? I actually like that name. So I'm gonna just run with it.
You know what? That's dope. And it fits you because I saw your Instagram and you got some swag. So it definitely
Uh,
fits you. So I'm feeling that.
appreciate appreciate you, man.
So as everybody know, you are a new content creator. Can you tell us why you started YouTube and what's it about?
That's actually a very, very complex story. Like, because originally I never thought about being a content creator at all. Like, I was just a dude that just loved being in the chat and just chopping it up with the people, you know what I'm saying, just minding my own business. But little by little, I kept noticing a lot about like a lot of these dudes on here be acting crazy, doing crazy things and stuff like that. And I
Mm.
was just like, yo, like somebody need to say something about this, man, because this just get to the point where it's irritating. Like, and plus,
Right.
I be in different spaces a lot of the times too on YouTube because I don't really watch TV, but I'm always on YouTube. And when I see like people on panels, they saying dumb stuff, doing dumb stuff, I'm like, why ain't nobody really saying nothing about it? And then like, me having a conversation with the homie Brownsburg, it just kind of motivated me to wanting to do my own thing as far as like my own content stuff like this. So I guess you could say the foolishness is what has awakened me as far as like wanting to be a content creator.
Right. Okay. So basically, your channel's pretty much about exposing the what you call them quote unquote helmets.
Helmets, weirdos,
Yeah.
all that, man.
Okay, that's different. That's unique, and I think you'll go far with that because no one else is doing that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody is doing that too. But I also want to touch on like real topics too as well. It's not just all about exposing the foolery online and stuff like that. But yeah, it's basically like it's about time I shine the flashlight on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because this is crazy.
Right, exactly. Okay, so what's the name of your show gonna be called or your platform?
I still haven't really thought about that yet. Like when I do, I'll let everybody know what it is. But right now, I'm still kind of brainstorming. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that the name truly fits what I'm trying to do.
Didn't you say the Weirdo Club
I
before?
mean, that's a topic of the show I want to do, not my channel name and stuff. But yeah, the first
Okay,
show I want to do is the Weirdo Club, and basically, it's what it sounds like for real.
okay, okay. No, so it's pretty much gonna be kind of like story time about helmets.
Yeah, yeah. Helmets, swamis, as Brownsburg like to call them and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff, man. And like I said, and I said it even in my video that I posted, I'm like, I even want some of the people to come up and tell their stories about like the people they encountered in their life, whether it's on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But like I said, you ain't gotta put no names out there. You ain't gotta tell nobody. Like, you ain't gotta really embarrass nobody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, let's just talk about this foolishness and really just let them know, like, hey, man, we all know some weirdos out here that do stupid stuff from time to time.
Right. That's dope. That's dope. So, all right, guys, you hear that? Make sure you guys subscribe to Killer Swag 216. Stoic had dropped the link in the chat. There it is. So, everybody, stop what you're doing right now. I have 11 people in the chat. Stop what you're doing right now and hit that link that I highlighted that Stoic just post it and press subscribe on Killer Swag's channel. So I'm gonna give you a whole minute to do that. And then we can move on to the topic. Make sure you guys go right now. 12 people now. Make sure you guys go right this second and subscribe to Killer Swag's channel. He's gonna have great content about weirdos in the space, which I think is hilarious. He's going to have
uh,
story times. And like he said, if you guys have story time, he's going to allow you guys to use his platform to come up and tell your story. So make sure you guys right now subscribe to Killer Swag 216 right now.
right, right. But I just want to give a shout out to a couple of the people that I see in the chat right now, man. Like,
Okay,
shout
okay.
out to my boy Stoic. Shout out to Demetrius. Shout out to Happy Life. I see you. Shout out to Tampa. Shout out to Lando. Shout out to my homegirl Sherelle, man. Thanks for pulling up, baby sis. You know what it is. Shout out to my homie Ronnie Ron. We always be chopping it up in different spaces, man.
Right.
Thanks for coming through, my boy. Shout out to Baloo. Shout out to Penny from Cleveland, man. What's good with all y'all, man? Like, I'm
You forgot
appreciate
Game
y'all putting
Changer,
up.
Lando.
Game Changer, yeah, all of them, man. If I forget any names, my apologies. I kind of ramble a little fast, but shout out to every single person that came through for this stream.
Yes, thank you for your support. Killer Swag and I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button right now. Hit the like button right now. And subscribe if you're new, because I know a lot of you guys came in through Killer Swag. He probably told you guys we were doing this, so make sure you guys hit the bell. All
Yeah,
right.
make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. It's good content over here, man. Hit that bell every time she go live and support, man. Do it for your boy.
Thank you so much, Killer Swag. Okay, so we're gonna get into why we decided to do this one-on-one. You want to start it off since this was your idea? Start it off.
Okay, okay.
So what's going on?
First off, let me give y'all guys a little bit of a backstory as to why we're talking about this. Now, a while back, Melody did a stream talking about how Amber Rose was saying how men are gross and the dating market is terrible and stuff like that. And then she turns around and talks about, what booty she got to eat to go get Super Bowl tickets. She has since deleted the post, by the way. So
Hilarious.
you know, but now it has come out that you know she has told her son about her, you know, extracurricular adult activities on OnlyFans. And then it comes out to the fact of where now he's defending her choice to being on OnlyFans. And when I first saw this story, and I seen it on the Gray Pill podcast's community tab, when I seen it, I said, no, I gotta say something about this, man. Because I was already talking about her already. But once I saw that, I said, no, I gotta speak on this. Like, cause this is just ridiculous. Like she just doesn't understand what she is really doing to that boy. And I
Right.
really feel for that kid, man.
Right, Killer Swag. And not to mention, the child is only 9 years old. He's still
Exactly.
single digits. He's not even double digits yet. He's not even 10 yet. And it's really not appropriate to be talking about to any child at all, especially your son. Like, I could say if you had
Exactly.
a daughter and you had that conversation with her, what's an appropriate age? Like at 13, you put your daughter to the side and had that conversation with her about OnlyFans. Listen, it's wrong. Don't do this, blah, blah, blah. That motherly conversation. That would be different. But you are telling your son, okay,
Hmm.
your business about your sex work that you don't even have to do because you're already a celebrity. You already can get money in other ways because of who you are. But instead, you decide to do sex work on OnlyFans. Tell your son about it. And then your son goes to school and get teased about it.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is, that's how he found out about it in the first place. Like,
Right.
it's just ridiculous. Like, cause I mean, I thank God I've never went through nothing like this as a kid. But if some kid told me that my mom was busting it wide open on OnlyFans, I would be, especially when I find out what it is. It's like, oh my God, I would be sick.
I will be mortified. Oh my God. Even as a young girl, I'll be like devastated. I'll be like, Ma, and all my friends know about it and they're making fun of me, and it's like, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's pretty nasty. It's
Yes,
it's pretty it's pretty bad. Like Game
very
Changer
bad.
said, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way in. Hit the like button and subscribe to Killer Swag 216's channel. Those are the two things I would like for you guys to do right now. All right, so since we already laid out, you know, a little blueprint about what we're gonna talk about, I am
Hmm.
about to play the video and we will review it. Anytime you want me to stop Killer Swag, let me know and I will
Oh,
pause.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, no doubt.
So let me share my screen. Hold on 1 second, and we're gonna break this down.
Hmm.
Fair use, fair use, fair
Fair use,
use.
y'all. Don't be trying to strike nobody.
Don't strike me, please. As a matter of
Right.
fact, let me ask Game Changer because he knows about this. Game Changer, should I just play the audio or should I play the video and stop it every like second? Because I know that they're messed up with the copyright strikes. So what do you think I should do, Game Changer? Let me get your expertise so I won't get a copyright strike.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No, we don't want that because I already got like two of them. And it's weird because I even said fair use. I said fair use a million times and I still
You
got
even got
copyright
it on
strike.
the screen. That's the crazy part too.
Right. It's even on the screen. But let's see what he says in the chat
Okay.
and then I'll play it. Um as a matter of fact, hold on. I'm just gonna play it and we're gonna pause it like every like 10 seconds or 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Okay.
During a recent episode of the High Low with Emrata podcast, Amber Rose opened up about the conversation she had with her 9-year-old son after he revealed that his classmates teased him about her OnlyFans account. Amber said, when it comes to women, you have to let women do what they need to do to support their families. She continued, mommy has to make money. I want to go to you first, Al. Do you agree with how she handled this situation? What do you think?
100%. My hat goes off to Amber. I interviewed Amber Rose on the carpet at the Grammys. Everyone, please go to my Instagram page to check out that interview. I also hung out with her at Swiss Beats after party after the Grammys, and she had to leave early because she had to go take Sebastian to school. The interesting part here is that Amber is very communicative with her son, very forthright with her past and present, and I think she had a point. I think that 8-year-old boys are not on OnlyFans. I think it's their parents talking, and she's well aware of it. So for her to get in front of it and have an open conversation and communicate that to her son, and then her son in return take up for his mother when the boy was trying to bring it up in the car with her, it just gave me a warm feeling in my heart. Thumbs.
Okay.
Okay, pause
Let's
that.
pause
I
it
was about
there.
to say pause that. I was about to say pause it right there, man.
Okay, so what's your take on it?
Okay, for anybody that's not familiar with this dude that you see on the screen, this is Al Reynolds, and he is the former ex-husband of a former woman that used to be on The View named Star Jones, and I think you can kind of tell why that relationship didn't last if you really were paying attention to how he is. But that's neither here nor there. Now, when I heard what he said, talking about how that warms his heart because she was so open with him. And so, first of all, you don't tell no 9-year-old boy about what you do in the privacy of your own home. Like that's none of his business. You,
Mm,
you you don't tell no child nothing like that. Like I said, you wouldn't even tell your son that if your son was a grown man. So why would you want to tell him when he's 9? And then talking about this is the way that I have to make money. Like, Amber, you've been a part of the industry for how many years?
right.
You've been dealing with celebrities for years. You might have been dealing with Ludacris. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But I know you've dealt with Kanye West before Kim got a hold of him, and I know you was dealing with Wiz Khalifa. Even had a kid with him. Even was married to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think they even had what a divorce settlement or something like that. So with your type of resources that you've been getting, you mean to tell me you ain't got nothing to show for it after all these years? On
Exactly. She should have been saving up all of that money.
right, and then on top of that, like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait until we get a little bit more deeper into this because it's just something I really just want to touch on. But I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I know, but not only that, I mean, like you said, that's Wiz Khalifa's son.
Yeah,
So you mean to tell me Wiz Khalifa don't got no say in this? He's not I know Wiz Khalifa is not okaying Amber Rose talking to her son about OnlyFans.
I mean, I wouldn't be if that was my kid, but then again, I don't know what's going on in Wiz's mind. So
Exactly, but between Amber and Wiz, that kid is well taken care of. You know that she,
yes.
right? So why does she
Mhm.
have to do OnlyFans?
Yeah, I mean, and plus
Please.
Wiz is still out here performing. He's still turning out hit songs and stuff like that. So it's not like he broke. So he could take care of the boy. So I mean, why do you try to make ends meet to, bust it wide open or twerk it for the lonely dudes on OnlyFans?
Right. Somebody said Amber Rose don't got no man. Yeah, so she's single now. So she's a single mother.
Yeah, because the last dude that she was lit with left her for Cher.
Mm. Well, we need to talk about that too. How long ago?
Um, I want to say it happened sometime last year or something like that. But yeah, like he
Okay.
left her to go be with Cher. Yeah,
Mm.
and but mind y'all, Cher is old enough to be a lot of our grandmothers up in here. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, wow. That's like with the young boy with Madonna. Like, I don't understand why they want these grannies, but anyway. Anyway,
Right.
I ain't gonna get into that.
I ain't
But
gonna hold you.
exactly. Right. I understand that she's a 304, bust it down. I understand that. I understand she's a bust down Tatiana. All right.
Hmm.
But once you have a son, a kid, especially a son, all of that should go out the door.
Definitely. Like when you got a kid, that's when you got to really look at it like I said, I'm not a parent, so I can't really say anything to this matter, but I do know, like, if I were to have a child, it's no longer about me. I have to do what I got to do for my kid.
Right.
Like, I have to do what's right for my kid because at the end of the day, my kid is a reflection of me. And I don't want my kid to walk around feeling ashamed because of what I'm doing. Like, no, like whatever my kids hear about me, I want them to feel proud. I want them to be able to walk around and say, yeah, my dad was this, my dad was that. Like, I'm so happy that's my father. I don't want to grow up and be like, I'm so ashamed of what my dad did back in the day. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Exactly. It's disgusting. And someone said Amber Rose got custody of the kids and he probably don't. Well, that's a shame because he should be the sole custody because he's not the
Right.
one out there doing sex work and telling his son about it. So it's
Yep,
a
J
shame.
Lock, Sherry is 74 years old. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Know It All left her for share at 74. And he's probably
Man.
like in his 30s or 40s.
Yeah. Cause I mean, Amber ain't nothing but 39. So yeah.
Right. Exactly. Oh, yeah. She champion of the slut walk. I forgot about that.
Yes.
Everything
Yeah.
about her is just slut.
Yeah. Then on top of that, got that big stupid tat on her forehead. Like that doesn't help out much either.
It doesn't at all. Yeah, it doesn't sound like she's a good role model for her son. I don't know what this guy is talking about. But let's get back to it. Fair use, fair use,
Fair use.
fair use. It's written right in big letters. Fair
Okay.
use. All
Right. Right.
right, let's continue.
Hmm.
Up and shout out to both Amber and Sebastian for being so adult about this and handling this the right
What do
way.
you think?
You know what? I'm less concerned about Amber Rose having to explain to her son about her past and more concerned about 9-year-olds even knowing what OnlyFans is. And furthermore, knowing what she was doing on OnlyFans to be able to use it as a read or to tease her son. Like, that's a little concerning to me because I just try to think back to when I was 9 years old. I was still playing with Lisa Frank stickers, having Transformer lunchboxes, and playing with coloring books. Now, you newfangled parents out here, y'all can tell me what these kids doing. Maybe they're more advanced at 9 years old, but I just wasn't there at 9. And if this is where we're at with 9-year-olds in 2023, then so be it. Again, I'm not a parent. I don't understand. But I'm glad that Amber, at least if, like our generation, our parents swept things up under the rug when we came to them or they heard us say something. At least, she was prepared to share with her son what he needs, so he's not out here in the world looking stupid.
All right.
Oh,
So, all right, go ahead. All right. So, what's your take on that?
I never thought I would say this, but even though there was a few things that I couldn't rock with what he was saying, but I actually got to agree with this dude, even though I don't really like his whole get up or whatever. But yeah, I can't lie. Dude was making a lot of points because back in the day when parents was doing stuff like this, they kept it under the rug. They never told people
Exactly.
about what they was doing.
Which was better for the child, though. I
Yes,
never knew I knew nothing about my mom's personal life. I knew nothing about her sex life. My mom, maybe because my mom was married to my dad, so they always kept us so innocent. We didn't know anything. Like you said, I was playing with Barbie dolls, and I played with Barbie dolls for a long time, actually, up until I was like a teenager. I was an innocent child. I wasn't one of them children. I was out doing, nasty things and knowing about nasty things. I
right.
was a late learner, so yeah. And it's sad that these parents are teaching these kids about OnlyFans at 9, but it must be a new parent thing. It's 2023 now. I was about to say 2022, but it's 2023. You know.
Yeah, but that's still not a good look though. Like, I mean, I get we in 2023, but it's still some things that a kid should never know about their parent. Like, there's things that I don't know about my parents, and both of my parents are, no longer among us. But it's things that I'm glad that I never knew about. Because I mean, of course, you have to know your parents was getting it in, because how else would you be here? But it's just the fact that they didn't bother to tell you. Like, I respect that better than anything. Like, just don't tell me nothing, because that would be something like, yeah, we was just like this. We just like, no, mama, no, don't do that.
Exactly. And like you said, I'm older now. I'm not a child, obviously, but and I still don't know anything about my mother's past or what she did. She always kept that from me.
Right.
So she never even really said anything sexual like that around me to this day. So, I guess it's a new parent thing. It's a what is she, a Gen Xer? It's
Uh,
a Gen X parent thing now because my mom's a boomer. So maybe like the millennials and the Gen Xers
yeah,
are just running things differently.
yeah, because I know Amber, she's a millennial because she's around my age. So yeah.
Right. She's a millennial. So yeah. Um, exactly. K Capo, I was definitely a good girl. I was a little sweet girl for a long time.
Hmm.
Until like 14. At 14, I started realizing, oh wow, you know, I'm pretty. Oh wow, because I was
Hmm.
a tomboy when I was a kid. But
Oh
I
yeah,
also played with Barbie dolls, action figures. I used to like to play, with toys.
yeah.
But by the time I was 13, I started, oh, I'm pretty. Let me do my hair. Let me put my lip gloss on. That's when I started exploring.
Getting all dolled up.
Yeah, getting all dolled up. But I'm not at
Right.
no 9 or 10.
No, no. I mean, you shouldn't be thinking about nothing at 9 or 10 except being with your friends, going outside, ride bikes, or like if girls place playing with toys, or Barbie dolls, and stuff like that. You shouldn't be thinking about, oh, how cute can I look today, and what type of mascara should I have on, and this, that, whatever. Like, no.
Exactly. But guys, real quick, let's take a break. Hit the like button on the way in if you haven't already. I want to make sure everybody in this chat and in the clouds hit that like button and also subscribe to Killer Swag's channel if you haven't already. Let me see. Mods, you're not doing your job. You have a wrench for a reason. Drop Killer Swag's channel, please, in the chat.
Hmm.
You know, here we go. Blue. Thank you, Blue. So,
Appreciate you for that, man.
right. So it's Killer Swag 216. Make sure you're
Yeah,
subscribing to his channel. Everybody here needs to be subscribed.
yeah. Got to be a part of all the carnage that I'm about to bring.
Exactly. But okay, let me continue. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Fair use.
Yes.
I have mixed emotions, of course, about it because on one hand, I don't justify everything being okay at the end of the day if there's a bag involved. And I think that OnlyFans is tough for kids of the people that have the OnlyFans. Like we can sit here and say, well, she has to make a living. Amber Rose is smart. She's beautiful. worked in a movie with her. She has talent. People are interested in her life. It's not the only thing she can do. She can do this, and she has every right to choose. But I do wonder if deep down, he said a very mature, like it's a mature conversation she's having with the little boy. But I hope deep down behind this conversation, he's not really affected and hurt. Because I could see how mean kids could be about this. You know, like they may have this conversation today, but you know how kids are when they find a little thing that they think is a weak spot or something that they can tag you on, they keep revisiting that. And I truly hope that he's okay. But it does sound like she's preparing her son, to be very respectful of a woman.
Oh, she slipped up, her man.
That Ferrolium slip right there.
Yes, that is not her man, Claudia. That is her son.
Yep, and that's another thing that I wanted to touch on too, as far as like with that little slip right there, it also highlights what's going on in our society with the rise of the son husbands.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
it's ridiculous, man. Like that is not your man. That is your child. He came from you. Like don't be looking at him like this is a man that you can be with. Like you're molding him to be your lover. Like that's sick, man. Let the kid be a kid, and you go love on a man that wants to love on you. Like stop trying to mold your kids into that crap. Like it's ridiculous, yo.
It is ridiculous. And in our community, I don't know about others, but in our community, it's more son husbands than not, you know,
Yes.
and it's sickening. And with her Freudian slip, you know,
Hmm.
it's like, well, she must feel the same way deep down inside for that
Of
to come
course
out.
she do, because for it to come out that way, like no, she definitely felt that way.
Hmm. Most mothers want their sons to be the man of the house because they don't have no man.
Right. I mean, I know in my position, I ain't had no choice but to be the man of the house because my father had passed a long time ago. So I was the only guy, but she ain't never treated me like that. Like she let me be me, you know? Like she still let me be a kid, but like of course once I became a man, that's when I had to step into the man role.
Exactly. You know, but that's different. Your situation is different. Like you said, your father passed away and you was helping your mom. That's completely different than when a mother is just single, she out doing her thing, and she used her son to be the husband, and don't even let her son go out. Once the son turned 18, she don't even let him go find a girlfriend.
Exactly. Shoot, nowadays you got more moms that be ruining relationships for their sons, man, and that's just crazy.
Hmm. That's what I was gonna say. Usually, when they bring a girl home, the mother never can accept the girlfriend. She
Never.
hates, right? She hates every single girl he brings home. So,
Yeah, but it's like at the end of the day, like you gotta let your son find his own happiness. Like for one, your son is never going to find a woman that is just like his mom. It's impossible, and he shouldn't want to. Like even though I love my mother to death, God rest her soul,
yeah,
I
rest in
would never. I would thank you. I would never want a woman to be like my mother.
because it's
I wouldn't
only
want that.
one. Because it's
It's
only
only
one.
one. And no one can ever fill her shoes. So that's why I wouldn't even want to place that on the woman that I would be dealing with. Like it would be impossible.
Exactly. You got that right. But fair use, fair use, fair use.
Fair use and hit the like in the chat, yo.
Hit the like button.
Woman's choice, and I commend her for that.
You know what, Claudia, to your point, really quickly, I love the women's choice argument, and I love that the feminism piece that she's putting into him. But you're
Oh
right about
God.
the whole I gotta earn a living, and I can't tell that lady what to tell her kids. But to the point that you made, there's a whole lot of other things you can do, Amber Rose, to earn a living. Now, if you want to make the blogs about being forthright with your son about your work, then I'm gonna need you to be 100% honest, because you don't have to do whore work to make a living. Okay, I mean, Amazon stay hiring. You see, Tokyo Tony was driving the Amazon truck up and down the DC streets, messing up people package deliveries. Uber Eats, drive, work, Instacart. There's a lot of other things you could do other than do sex work. So let's not make it seem like, oh, this is life or death. But
Dude, speaking facts, man.
Facts. Big
Dude.
facts.
Like
I
I
like
said,
him today. I like him.
yeah.
Let me give him a round of applause real quick. I'm liking him today.
Yeah,
I am.
I usually don't like him, but on this particular subject, yeah, I can't really disagree with what a lot he said, except for the feminism part. But other than that, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with what he said.
He's spot on. Thank you, Miss Funky Deneva. Let me give him a round of applause.
Yeah, give him a round of applause for that.
I had to give him that. But
Right.
yeah, he's he's spot on today. Except with the feminism part. We gon'
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
you
I
wanna talk
can't
about
rock with
that
that.
for a second real quick? Cause we can't skip over that. What's your
No, we
take on
not.
saying like, oh yeah, feminism? What's your take on it?
Feminism is really what messed up our society as a whole. So I already have a disdain for feminism as whatever. Like I really do not like it at all. Like, cause feminism has made our women militant,
Mhm.
ridiculous, have a bunch of crazy demands that obviously cannot be met. But then at the same time, you still want a man to be traditional. You still want a man to be able to hold doors open for you. You still want a man to be able to pull the chair back so you can sit down. You want the man to be able to pay for your meals when y'all go out on dates. Y'all want all of this stuff, but yet y'all are the same ones out in the middle of the streets like, we don't need no man. We do this. We got this. La, 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 la.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
like, no, man. Like you can't have it both ways. Like you either gonna stand on your square, be full feminism, or come on over here to this side and we can nurture you, take care of you, and you can rest in your feminine energy. Which one do you want?
that's it. But we already know that Amber Rose is like a big feminist. She always admitted that's why she does these marches, these slut walks, and you know.
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
that's why her is messed up.
right? We can't expect any better from her. Yeah,
No.
unfortunately.
I mean, you get a big fat tattoo on the top of your forehead, your life is basically destroyed after that.
Oh, it's done. Yeah, but because of who she is, I'm sure she can still get work.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she's still a public figure. That's the one thing that a lot of people don't want to admit. Like she's, even though she's not really famous like the big name celebrity, she's still a public figure. People still know who she is, so she's gonna get work. It's just,
Facts.
mm, but she coming close to that point to where ain't nobody going to deal with her. Like I said, she about to touch 40, so
Yeah, she's up there. What isn't she turning 40 this year?
I think so. Unless her birthday was last month or this coming, I don't know. But other than that, like yeah, she should be touching 40 this year.
Yeah, I think she's about to be 40. She's like pushing 40 right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, Amber, you need to do better. And Mr. Know It All said the kid needs to switch schools. His brain is still developing, and if he keeps getting teased, it can alter his entire psyche for life. All right, so my take on that is I think if he switch up schools, he's still gonna get picked on
Hmm.
because everybody know who his mom is. He has a famous mother, so everyone knows she does these slut walks and all this sex work. So he's not gonna be. He can run, but he won't be able to hide.
Right. No, we won't be able to escape that no matter where he goes.
Well, he can do. He can get homeschooled.
Oh, that's what Mr. Know It All said too. As far as like by switch schools, he means homeschool. So yeah, he could do that. But the thing is, who she gonna get to teach him homeschool? Because I'm pretty sure she's not gonna teach the kid.
That's true.
So she's gonna have to hire somebody to be his homeschool teacher.
Yeah, someone that she can trust. Someone who's
Right.
not gonna bring up her lifestyle.
Know It All stupid.
We'll send him to Africa.
Oh
She might
man.
have to after this.
Right.
He can run, but he can't hide from this. His
Oh
mom is,
shoot. He probably can't go to Africa. They probably know about her over there.
yeah, his mom is a certified feminist slut. So there's no
Yeah.
getting away from that.
Bottom line, feminist 304. That's what she is.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, poor Sebastian.
Yeah. And also poor that other son that she has as well. because she's gonna have that conversation all over again with that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her other son. Oh
Hmm.
no.
Yep.
This is why the fathers should take custody.
Yeah.
This is exactly why. But
Yeah, and I was just telling somebody the other day we was talking about it. I said, even though I'm not sure about this particular option, but as far as in Sebastian's case, I think the best place for him right now is to be with Wiz because Amber just ain't it right now. Like she really got to get herself together before she can try to be a good mother. Cause this ain't it.
it's not it at all. She's sorry, Amber, but it doesn't sound like you're a fit mother. It doesn't. But fair use, fair use, fair use.
Yes, sir.
Hats off.
But I will say they are saying that there are people on OnlyFans that are making money without showing their genitals, right? It's probably not as much money, but was it Blueface or someone said they made money without showing their stuff?
And I'm sure she probably isn't either because most of the celebrities like Evelyn Lozada were showing their feet. I think Denise Richard was just doing like tastefully rated R type of panties and bra types of things. I'm pretty sure if Amber Rose was showing her cooch, it would have been all over Twitter and stuff right now. So I don't think she's doing soft porn. But mama, you already got a bag and you getting child support. This ain't for you to make a living. This is you being.
Okay. So she getting child support
Yes,
and she
and
make
I think
okay.
she making. No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So she getting child support and she got other things going on. And she can just be on OnlyFans showing feet. But instead she in there busting it open.
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like anything for $1.
Mm-mm-mm. But I always said, and I mean, don't get on me yet. But if I ever had to go that route, like if I lost my job and my money, I would definitely do feet content. I'm honest. I'm being honest, and I'm gonna tell you why. I always said that because, first of all, I have pretty feet. My feet are
Mm,
pretty. My feet are small, and I stay with a sexy pedicure.
well, you
And
would clean up in that market.
I would clean up in that market. I've been told, like, it's been times where I walked in stores or, somewhere where there was a bunch of men around, and men have
Hmm.
actually, instead of saying I'm beautiful, complimenting my hair or anything, they look down at my feet. That's the first thing they looking at is my feet when I got on some sandals, and they be like, "Damn, your feet pretty." Like,
Oh yeah.
pretty feet. I'll be like, "What?"
Oh yeah. It's a lot of dudes that love feet like that. I know a few of them personally. Like they won't mess with a chick no matter how good she look. If her feet ain't looking right, they will leave her alone. So I'll be like, yeah. They love them some feet.
Yeah, a lot of men love feet. A lot of men got feet fetishes.
Oh yeah, shoot. They like seeing feet dipped in honey, chocolate, syrup, all that stuff like that. That's what get them off.
Yeah, get somebody they can, a faceless person, they can put a mask on and suck your toes. You probably get hundreds of dollars for that.
Right. Oh shoot, you probably get more than that because, like I said, they got a market for that type of stuff. They go nuts, especially if you advertise it as your feet site. Like, yeah, you'll have a whole bunch of people like, oh my god, yes, you got some pretty toes. I wish you could just rub them on my chest. Oh Lord. Oh yes.
But you funny. But I'm not gassing. I am not gassing. K Capo. People really like my feet. Like I get compliments on my feet all the time. So GC says, not me, but they do exist. GC
Shoot.
no.
You know, Sherelle. I see you, Sherelle.
What Sherelle say? Where's she?
No, she just said my name,
Oh, she
but
like Killer.
yeah,
Thanks
that's my
for coming,
homegirl,
Sherelle.
man.
And
That's my
thanks for
homegirl.
bringing her over, Killer Swag. I appreciate
Right.
you.
No problem, man.
Yeah, let me see what people are saying. Mr. Know It All said, imagine this. Your pretty toes being tickled by a feather while you giggle uncontrollably. Oh yeah, I'll probably make thousands of dollars off of that.
Shoot, that video alone would probably bring in, man, boatloads of money.
That's
Because I mean,
all
you
right.
already got the ASMR voice, so you put that in along with the feet being tickled. It's like you'll make some bank off of that.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. I mean, I'll never know. Maybe one day if I fall off and lose my YouTube and lose my job, lose everything, maybe I'll
Oh man,
think about OnlyFans.
said think about
I'll think about it, okay?
right.
But and as Chris G said, hit that like button. Hit it
Absolutely,
right
man. Y'all
now.
got man, hit that like button. This is the first time I ever said it on this panel, but hit that like button so the algorithm can show Melody some love on this channel. Quit playing, y'all. Hit that like
Right. Thank you, Killer Swag. Hit the like
button.
button. And right now, everybody stop what you're doing. If you did not subscribe to Killer Swag, make sure you subscribe right this minute.
Appreciations goes out to everybody that do like for real. I truly mean that for real.
Right. And also, thank you, J Moss, for the $20 super chat. I really, really appreciate it. He says, the pic still up there. I'm new. So you're an advocate for good dudes with money. Wait, the pic's still up there. I'm new. So you're an advocate for good dudes with money. They diss. Um, I mean, did I read that right?
Yeah, you read it right. I'm just trying to really grasp what he mean by that. But yeah, you read it right.
All right.
I'm,
Well,
I'm
thank. Hmm?
no, I was just thinking like maybe he meant like maybe you trying to stick up for the dudes that gets dissed that got good. I don't know. It's like I said, I don't know what's in that man's brain. So you have to explain that one in the chat, homie. I know you
Yeah.
still in here.
Right, explain that, but thank you so much. I really appreciate the support.
Oh yeah, yeah. Keep on supporting, man. Bring fire tonight, man.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you. All right, so let's get back to the video. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Mhm.
You really trying to maintain a lifestyle.
Unless he's showing just sexy modeling pictures, then our points are null and void. Then do your thing, make your money, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Okay,
it.
that's the end of it. Yeah.
All right. So
Seeing maybe stick up for some guys.
that wasn't too bad.
Mm.
Okay, so
No, it wasn't.
go ahead.
No, I was just reading Jay Moss's comment. Said seeing maybe stick up for some guys. I guess he means like you sticking up for the dudes that a lot of these girls be dissing on or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm taking from it.
definitely. I definitely do stick up. I love my men. I love my black men. And yes, I am gonna always have your back when women like Cynthia G are coming for you. I'm always gonna have your back. Just know that.
Fighter, what's up, fighter? I see you in the chat, boy.
Hey fighter. All right, so I am going to drop the link. I know a lot of you guys are dying to come up and give your commentary on this situation, on this subject. So the link is in the chat.
Is
All
there?
right. The link is in the chat. So if you want to come up and give your commentary, please hit the link. I would love to hear your opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
All
Right.
right. Right. So what do you think about I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. What do you think about her son being humiliated like that by other kids? Do you think it's worse? It would have been worse if his mother didn't have the conversation with him?
Um, that's actually a good question. Like, I mean, either way, it would end bad for him. But it's the fact of him knowing. I guess it kind of softens the blow, but I mean, it's. I still don't, I still don't think that he should have known. At least not this early in the game. Like he only 9, man. He don't really know what's going on with that. He don't really grasp what she's really doing. Like, yeah, she could tell him, but it really hits when you actually see it. And I know he wouldn't want to see nothing like that.
Right, but my question is, did she tell him before or after he got picked on?
My guess is probably after.
Because she said a woman got to do what a woman got to do. That was her response.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he got teased at school about it, and then when he came home, he probably told her about everything that the kids said, and that's when she probably sat him down and told him everything about it. Because, I mean, I don't think she would just on a random day just sit her son down and be like, "Yes, son, I just want to let you know I'm on OnlyFans, and this is what I do, and I'm just letting you know this is how I make my living." Like, I just don't think that's a topic of conversation just on a random day if nothing's going on.
Right. Don't make any sense. But knowing Amber, you never know.
You're right. You never know.
But we have Fighter up here. Hi.
What's good, guys? You could hear me good?
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
we can hear
Okay.
you.
Um, yeah. What's up, Killer? What's good,
What's
Melody?
going
Always
What's
over here.
going on, man?
What's good, Killer? Nah. I don't know too much, but I guess you guys kind of reviewed what you're speaking on. That's something that I always think about, like similar to I think Corrine Steffens, because she was what she was popular for in Video Vixen and
Superhead, yeah.
other work, right? Other work she did.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
she had spoken about that, like how it was kind of difficult for her son going to school growing up, because these young kids, middle school, high school, they watch that stuff, and they know, oh, this is his mom. She pulls up in a Benz and drops him off, but we know who she is. Like, so it does affect a child, and now it's all these women are using OnlyFans, and it does affect your child, and that just goes to show what other things does she allow at the house. She probably is used to and open to bringing strange men to the crib all the time.
True.
Hmm.
Like maybe maybe not necessarily sending her thing, but she could be just dating a lot of guys, and the kids build connection with these. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Um, Now the thing about Amber Rose, she likes to be. She's very manipulative. She wants to control men's sexuality, and
Hmm.
That is true.
she
Yeah.
wants to. She wants to. Did you guys watch the? I don't know if you guys spoke on it already. Did you guys watch the interview with Nori when she was on?
Nah, I ain't see it. I
Bruh,
ain't see it.
y'all gotta watch that. You,
Oh, word.
listen, she was on Drink Champs, and what's the rapper name? This rapper name, the freestyle cat. I forgot his name. Murder Mook. Murder Mook.
Oh, yeah. I think I heard something about it, but I
They,
never
they,
watched.
I should probably do a review on that. Yo, listen. She goes on there and she's basically telling them how they should behave with women, and you should never call a woman a hoe, but she was using that language towards men. She's ass backwards. Like, I think she just wants to dominate men and bully men. She wants to be a
Of course she
dictator.
does. Of
Yeah.
course she does.
Yeah, I think so. That makes a lot of sense.
That sounds
Yeah.
like that's right up her alley too. So I ain't surprised hearing that.
Yeah, I think I did see that. She acted crazy on that show.
Yeah, she
I
she
believe it.
shifted she shifted the whole conversation, and to speak, so it could be all about her. But yeah, that's probably why they had her on there anyways, right? But
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
bring viewers.
listen, at least
Oh,
she's no dummy, right? She might be a little thought, but she's no dummy because she's using what she got.
No, she ain't stupid, man. She getting people to talk about her, and it's working. So I can't hate on her for that.
Yeah, she's using what she got to get what she want, like most of these feminists.
Exactly.
That's what she doing. Yeah, but you said something. You said middle schoolers and high schoolers will pick on you. But what do you think a 9-year-old is doing knowing about OnlyFans? All the
What
9-year-olds knew about it. They were picking on them.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, so they were picking on.
They were
Like I
picking them.
said, that's how he found out about his mom's being on
Right.
OnlyFans.
Mm. I thought my bad. I misheard. I thought she spoke to him about it. That would have been crazy.
Afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah, after the damage has been done.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah. So then, if he grows up and he's and he's looking at women a certain type of way, who are we gonna blame? Right?
Right. Right. You got to blame her for that because I mean he came from her household, so yeah, that's on her. But she ain't gonna take no onus for that. She ain't taking no blame for that. She gonna be like, I did the best that I could to raise my kids. So
I paid the bills. He was clothed,
right,
fed.
right.
Right?
I made sure you had a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your mouth, and I had to do it by any means necessary. So you can't judge me, son. You know how it is.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about that now that we kind of got the Amber Rose situation out the way. Let's talk about modern women and thought culture because these women are out here on Instagram naked, right? But they
On a
having
regular.
children on a
Hmm.
regular, you know. Let's leave OnlyFans and prostitution and all that out of it. They on there for free on IG
Hmm.
and Facebook, half naked. So, how do you feel like? Do you feel like these women should have custody of their children? I mean, of course, their children are going to find out because the kids are going to start teasing. Oh, my mom said your mom is on Instagram with her booty out, and then it's going to be the same problem with Amber Rose. It's going to be the same thing. So Amber Rose was just the famous person doing it. But what about all of these women, all of these modern women doing it?
Friday, you want to take this one?
Want to
Um,
start?
hmm. What about these modern ones? I mean, strippers exist, and their
Exactly.
moms. A lot of times they have custody of their children.
Shit, nine
Um,
times out of ten they do.
man, bro, this. Now, I think they should be able to be with their mom, but it's more like you were dealt a bad hand as a kid. Like, damn, like God
Hmm.
said your mom gonna be a stripper. Fuck it. Well, not really. She decided to be a stripper, but God said this is the woman you got to be born to. Like, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things, man. I mean, you
Usually,
could be a whole. You could be a whole. I mean, this is my thing. Do you have to respect your mom if you know that that's what she does? Like,
that
do you have to go up and
exactly.
respect her? Huh?
And here's what I mean. These women, they demand respect from their sons, but their sons is growing up seeing them being thoughts. And then what is that going to do to the sons? Make them choose the wrong women because this is what their mom did. So now they out here choosing these thoughts and
Hmm.
strippers. And then the cycle continues. And that's what's wrong, I think, with the black community now. There's too many thoughts out there and too many kids seeing their mom being thoughts.
Oh yeah, it's too many of that, man. And to answer that question, like I believe that, in my opinion, depending on how the fathers is, because you got some fathers out here that ain't got no business being dads, but for the most part, I would say the kids should be around the pops because if mom's out here slanging that ass around and doing all that, man, yeah, you would. The boy needs structure. The boy needs structure, and if the father can give it to him, let him be with the father. That's all I'm. That's all it is to be said about that.
That's what I'm saying. I really do think that these kids deserve to be either with the grandparents or the dads because these moms, they're not living a safe life. And more than likely, like you said, Killer Swag, they have men in and out of the house. And
Right.
these men, and unfortunately, these men are, I don't want to say a trigger word, but they're doing things to these children. They're coming
They
in and
traumatizing them.
they're traumatizing them, and they're doing. And this is why a lot of these cases happen to where someone touched their children or whatever because of the life they're living. Period.
Yeah. And
And
plus, they don't realize like. Oh, go ahead, Austin.
No, I was saying, and you can only blame the mothers. They're the only
Mhm.
ones to blame.
Right. And the fact of the matter is, they don't understand that when they do this stuff around the child, it creates in like unstable environments, and it also gives the kid PTSD. Like a lot of people seem to think that PTSD can come from like grief of losing someone. No, post traumatic stress syndrome can come from almost anything that can traumatize you in life.
Mhm.
So
Facts.
let's say if you got like a whole bunch of dudes coming in and out of the house, and of course, if you a kid, most kids are nosy. So if a parent's going around making all type of crazy noises, like oh, a kid gonna be like, what's going on with mommy? What's going on in there? So it's like, man, most kids are just very inquisitive like that. So, and if a
Facts.
kid sees that type of stuff, and then he opens the door, or even if it's for a girl, she opens the door and see her mom's getting bust down in the room, that's gonna leave a lasting image in that kid's mind. Like they're
Hmm.
never gonna get that out of their heads, no matter how hard they try. They're literally gonna have to go to, like, depending on how much they seen or how bad it is, they might have to go to therapy for stuff like that, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
you got to be aware of what you do around your kids, man. Like, if you're gonna do something, make sure they at their grandparents' house, or make sure they at aunt's house or something like that. That way you can get bust down any way you want to. You ain't got to worry about nobody busting in, sneaking in, peeking through the doorway to see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Do your adult business when a kid ain't at home. That's all I say about
Exactly. Like that goes back to what we said, how when we were growing up, our parents hid everything from us.
that. Right.
Oh,
Yeah, because I mean, even as a grown man, like my mom's never told me stuff that she did. So it's like,
mhm.
and I loved her for that, because I would even tell my mom, because she would always be like this little schoolgirl every time she would talk about my dad, like how much in love she was with him and stuff like that. And I would
Mhm.
be like, oh mom, I'm not trying to hear that. Like, come on. Like, of course she would never go into detail, and I thank her for that. But of course, when you hear stuff like that, you're like, oh mom, cut it out.
You know
You
what's
know,
weird? I never even
yo,
seen my mom and dad been together for years, way before I was born, and I never even seen them kiss.
wow.
Like tongue slob each other down. But when they got married, that was it. You know, 'cause she had me first. Before she got married, she had me. So she got married after, but that's the only time because I was the flower girl and I saw my parents kiss.
Right.
But I don't see them do all that. They do all that behind closed doors,
And
even
that's
as an
how it's
adult.
supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if they did it in front of everybody, I mean, the most the kid is gonna say, "Ew, mom, get a room. That's nasty." You know what I'm saying? That's what all kids say when they see their kids. I mean, their parents
Exactly.
kids like that. So yeah.
Right. But before we get to happy life, let me read the super chats. Thank you again, Jay Moss, for the $10 super chat. I really do
Salute.
appreciate you. Salute. He says, what state are you from? I am from New Jersey. Yeah, see, he must be new. He has to be where I'm from. I'm from New Jersey. But thank you. I appreciate you for that.
Always appreciate the super.
Always appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for that. All
Thank
right.
you for your patronage. Thank you for your
Okay. So, hi, Happy Life.
What's up, y'all?
What's
What's
I
going
going on, man?
on?
I subscribed to your channel already.
Man, I appreciate you, man, for real.
Thank you. Thank you. So, what's your take on this topic?
Well,
Oh, I didn't.
like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I got one more super chat. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I don't want to miss the Art of Will super chat because he's a supporter of mine as well. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, the Art of Will. He says, if that's all she got, she must not want much.
Facts.
Facts. Big facts. I appreciate that. And again, thank you for that. I keep losing my stuff here.
All right, happy life. Tell us what you think about this, man.
like I
Hold on, let me
said.
give him the cha-ching.
Oh,
Oh my lord.
oh,
All
you
right, go
definitely
ahead,
got to do
Happy
that.
Life.
Yeah, man. All right, go ahead, man.
All right, bruh. It's plain and simple. Like I said, Amber Rose, once a 304, always a 304. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife, and I stick by that.
Big
Hey,
facts.
that's facts right there, man. You can't do it, even though a lot of dudes fail to realize that. But that's an old adage that men should really like. At this point, men need to get that tatted on them. Like you can't turn a hoe into a housewife because a lot of dudes just simp too hard, thinking that they can change them. But that's not the case. But happy life, you dropped the truth bomb right there that should always be uttered in these spaces.
Mm-hmm. Just we just gotta protect the kids. That's all. I just feel like the kids aren't protected anymore like they used to be. Like protect their innocence.
Hmm.
9 years old is way too young to know about any type of sex work. You know,
Definitely. Shoot, 9 years old is too young to even know about a mama twerking, let alone sex work.
exactly. And that's what that you might as well call that sex work too, because these women are on Instagram twerking in thongs and they have kids at home. Like
Yeah,
once you become a mother, there's certain things you just need to leave behind you.
But,
mm,
sweetie, this is a free society. Let them do what they want. We don't need the fathers.
All I'm saying is
yeah,
protect the children. Like, what do you
yeah,
think,
but
Khalifa?
absolutely you need to protect the children because I've heard this saying for years from a very controversial figure in the YouTube space. I don't want to say his name, but I'll go with the initials TS. And a lot of people will know, they may know, they may not know, but he's the head of Soto Nation. And he said a lot of crazy, wild stuff. But the one thing that he said that really rings true and it really hits home in this particular discussion, he says that the least protected group in this country is children.
And that's facts.
BBT 1000, something like that, right?
Oh yeah, he definitely would say that. But yeah, but he always would talk about how the children are the least protected in this world, man. And year by year, every year, I keep seeing that that's a fact. And it really makes me sad thinking about how these kids are growing up, the way that they're growing up, experiencing the things that they experience because they never got to experience childhood like maybe like a person like I did, or a person like Melody did, or maybe a person like how you did. Like they didn't get a real childhood. They didn't get to go outside and play with their friends, ride their bikes, throw water balloons, shoot
Hmm.
super soakers, and do stuff like that, or even
That's
just
what we
like
did.
play video games and stuff like that. It's just they
Hmm.
never had a real chance to experience a real childhood because they was always being hit with their moms is a 304 or their moms on OnlyFans, their moms on Instagram busting it wide open for the whole world to see. And now that Instagram they got this new subscribe feature on there, they really doing stuff on there as far as like busting it wide open because they got a paywall now.
Yep, exactly. So, this content creator is right. You said you gotta protect the children. They're the least protected. Um, I don't know. It's just annoying. And another thing, we gotta criticize the men,
Hmm.
fellas. Stop having babies with 304s. This is your legacy. This is your
Absolutely.
legacy. And you knew, especially Wiz Khalifa, you knew that she was a 304 before you impregnated her. Everybody knew. Ever since
Oh
Kanye
yeah.
West, everybody knew she was a 304. Just like the
Yeah.
Kardashians. Everybody knew Kim Kardashian was a 304. So,
Everybody.
Kanye, why give her kids? And why marry her? You knew she was a 304.
Right.
Yep, the common problem. He turned a hoe into a housewife, and look what you
Bingo.
got.
Bingo.
Mhm.
Can't turn a
Yeah.
hoe into a housewife. Right. So, my question to the panel is, do you think a hoe can do you think a hoe can change her life? I'm gonna start with Killer Swag. Or do you think
Uh,
she's once a hoe, always a hoe?
I think the only way that a chick could turn over her whole ways is she literally is gonna have to have a come to Jesus meeting. Like she's literally got to hit rock bottom Like that's the only way I can really see her like truly turning over a new leaf. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't really see it happening as far as like the modern women. But like I said, it could happen. I'm never gonna say never, but I would say it's highly unlikely unless they have that come to Jesus meeting to where they just all out of options and they just need to make a real change in their life. But other than that, I highly doubt it.
Well, I actually know some 304s from back in the day when I was, younger, growing up in high school, that were really, really bad. I mean, busting it open all over the place. And now they have good jobs, they have their family, and they don't seem to, and they just seem to be with their husband. Like they don't seem to be out busting it open anymore.
I mean,
Um,
that's good. That's good. But I mean, at the same time, there's no telling what had to happen for them to get to that place.
that's true. Maybe because she's older now and she's not as pretty as she used to be, so she can't get the attention she used to get from men. That can be a reason.
And that also ties into the come to Jesus meeting.
Right, right. They all come to Jesus. All these
Hmm.
feminists. I didn't
Right.
notice that. Right. So, anything else you guys want to add? Because this was just gonna be a short stream. We
All
can't.
right, I'm gonna add two perspectives on how women should think and how women are today.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one I'm going to do. See, here's the thing. Women like to hold around and do everything, but once they get 40, they want to look for a good man and go to that church, and then they die alone the rest of their lives. So that's one perspective. The second
Hmm.
one, here's how they should think. All right, fine. You could hold around, be a 304 through your teenage years, through your early 20s. But once you get 26, that's when you should settle down right then and there. Like no later than 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good take. So, guys, like I said, I have things to do today. I'm sure Killer Swag do as well, and Happy Life. So this was gonna be a short one. We just pretty much wanted to cover the whole Amber Rose situation because we thought it was despicable, you
Yes.
know. So,
Yeah.
I
And
want.
one more thing, sweetie.
Mhm.
Um, when you get an OnlyFans page, I will pay at least $100 for them toes.
Really? Okay, well, I'll keep you in mind. I will send you. I will send you a picture of my pretty toes.
Oh man.
Um, Yeah, I'll keep you in mind for when I started.
uh,
You can do an Instagram, send me a private message.
oh man.
Okay. All
No,
LOL.
I done
right.
heard
Well,
it all, man.
you like so you a feet man. You like feet, huh?
Oh yeah, pretty sexy pecan feet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, it's good to know. Good to know. So what do you like to do with feet? You like to suck them? You like to
I
do you like
like them,
to rub
suck
them?
them dry, juicy. Rub on it a little bit. Feel it.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay, that's
Hey,
cool.
I ain't
No, the
nothing.
funny thing is, I know a lot of men who like feet. They love feet. They want to rub them, suck them, kiss them, pour syrup on them. There's men out there,
Yeah, I do too.
So
So
I pour some milk on it, but I do not want them dusty feet though. Your feet gotta be clean so I can put milk and banana.
oh my god.
milk and banana. Okay, he want milk and banana on the toes. All right. Well,
Hey,
that's a good way to end the stream. That's silly. That's funny. I like it.
getting
All
that
right.
healthy nourishment along with your daily dose of toes, man.
I
Exactly.
know, right? Especially sweetie.
All right. Well,
Right.
thank you guys. I'm gonna do the final thoughts and then we will be closing down. So let me start with you, Happy Life. What are your closing final thoughts?
Well, if Amber don't find a man and settle down, she gonna die alone. And I truly believe that. And I don't think she will find a man. So brothers, if you going for Amber Rose, just hit it and move on or put her as a concubine. Either or.
I like that. But thank you for your final thoughts. Thanks for coming up. Thanks for your support. I really
So,
appreciate it.
salute to
Yeah.
you, happy life, man.
Salute
Yeah.
to you. And then the man of the hour, we have Killer Swag. Go ahead and give your channel one more time, Killer Swag, and your final thoughts.
All right, man. If you haven't already, man, hit that subscribe button to Killer Swag 216, man. I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff on there. Of course, it's gonna be a lot of foolishness over there, but it's also gonna be a lot of like real topics and stuff. Like I'm trying to make it all around, you know what I'm saying? So that way everybody can enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to just be on one thing, you know. So if you really into that type of stuff, come on over to the channel. I already got some content up there for y'all to watch, so you can't say ain't nothing over there. So
Yeah, he got some good content already, and he just started out.
yeah, and make sure y'all pay attention to that latest video I dropped the other day. I'm telling you, it's a funny story. I loved it. That's why I had to share it.
Yeah, I loved it too. It was hilarious. And I think I
Yeah,
know who you were talking about.
a lot of people did, but of course, like I said in the video, I won't reveal any names. So I'll let y'all run with that imagination.
Right. Well, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you coming for this one on one. Everybody, make sure you hit. Wait, where is it? I'm trying to. Somebody share Killer Swag's channel so I can highlight it. Somebody share Killer Swag's channel so I can highlight it. Hey, Zone, you're late. I'm closing down. Today
Yeah, you late zone.
was
What
a
you doing?
short one. But yeah, shout out to Zone, always coming through, supporting me. He's always like, "Hey, pin your link," so he don't have to do it no more. But shout
Right.
out to Zone, always modding and doing his thing. Thank you,
Yeah,
Zone.
man. Zone is the homie, man. Me and him always go back and forth for the chat, but that's the homie right there, man. Nothing but respect for him. He always showing love to the chat, always showing love to Melody, the channel, all of that, man. Like I said, we be going in on each other sometimes, but that's the homie, man. Appreciation to you, Zone.
Yes, he's definitely the homie. And here it is on the screen. Make sure you subscribe to Killer Swag 216. Show him some love and support. Make sure you check out his content that he have right now on his channel. And
Hmm.
what are your final thoughts?
Okay. My final thoughts is like this whole situation is absolutely ridiculous. And like I was gonna say before, like the conversation, she's gonna have to really have it again with her younger son that's gonna be growing up in this world, and he's gonna probably experience the same thing that Sebastian is going through. And I don't know, like, and who's to say how that kid is going to react? Because we all know kids are different. Not every kid is the same. Like, even though Sebastian may be somewhat cool with it now, what if the younger son isn't? What if the younger son is not like, Mom, I want you to stop doing this. Like it's not right. You got other ways to do it. Cause let's be for real. You could go work at different places. You could go work at acting gigs, go do TV sitcoms and stuff like that. I mean, your name is still relevant out here. So why not do that instead of busting it wide open for the whole world to see? And it's just a shame that these kids gotta go through that. And I hope for the best for them. I hope they don't lose their minds because of this. Because, I mean, if I was a kid growing up with a mom like that, that would probably make me insane because I wouldn't be able to sleep. And then you hear stories about this all the time with kids going through similar situations like that. And some of those kids can't handle it to the point to where they probably would end up deleting themselves because of the teasing that they get from the other kids. And
Yeah.
it's just, and it's sad to say that, man, but it's the truth. And I
Mhm.
think back to a story that I seen what a couple years back. It was a chick that was on OnlyFans. The video was all over the place. It was viral. Like
Mm.
it was a chick literally getting bust down in her bedroom, and you can hear the child in the background saying, "Mommy, mommy,"
Oh my
basically
God, that's
like,
disturbing.
yeah. And the mom was like, "I'll be there in a minute, baby. I'll be there in a minute." And
Oh
then
no.
you can hear the dude that's pumping her laugh, and then she turns around like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, yo."
Mm,
I'm like,
that's
"This is what we
horrible.
come to, yo." Like
This is
that
what we've
kid.
come to.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, like, I hope for the best for these kids and parents. We need to do a better job. Well, y'all do because I ain't got no kids yet, but you guys need to do a better job of, really protecting your children from this stuff. Like, shoot, don't even tell them when they get grown. That type of stuff they don't need to know about. Like, but unfortunately, we're never gonna go back to the time frame that it used to be. So I think it's gonna be more and more cases like this, and I just really feel for the kids that got to go through this. And that's my final thoughts.
Well, thank you. That was a great final thought, and you are absolutely 100% correct with what you were saying. But thank you. Yeah, exactly, Angela. It is. It's disgusting. Like, I can't believe that's a real, true story that you just told. Killer Swag.
Yeah, it is. Like I said, it was all over the place. Like even a homeboy of mine that I work with showed me the video, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing and what I was hearing. I'm like, because when you look at the video, of course, it's just like two people getting it in, but then when you listen and you hear the kid in the background screaming for his mom, and the mom is just like, in a minute, basically putting her needs and the dude's needs over her child's needs. It's
Yeah,
wild, man.
that's disgusting. Poor child. See, that's why I said kids need protection. Kids, that kid should have been at his grandmother's house or something if she knew a dude was coming over. It's
hmm
just wow. Exactly. It's madness. You're right about that.
Yeah, man. Yes, Riz, a lot of kids go through that. That is a fact.
Yeah. I've heard stories too, but I'm about to shut down, so I'm not gonna really go into it.
Right.
But I've heard a lot of stories about children
Oh, know it all
being.
with the super chat.
Yeah, another super chat. We have
Uh,
Mr. Know It All with the final super chat. Thank you so much for that $10 super chat. He says some of these OF kids, OnlyFan kids, only hope is that their friends' moms do OnlyFans too, which is unlikely, so that the teasing at least isn't a one-way street. That I never thought of it like that. But I'm sure most of these kids' moms, they might not be on OnlyFans, but I'm sure they're on other social media platforms busting it open.
mm-hmm.
You already know. These modern women, they're not innocent.
No,
All of
they're
them
not.
have half naked pictures online, even if it's just a bikini pic. They showing something.
Oh yeah, and them girls love to put that booty on the bathroom sink and post it on Instagram. That's like their trademark.
Exactly. You got a lot of that going around. So I'm sure there's something to tease the kids that are teasing about as well.
hmm Yeah, because I mean, what kid really wants to hear about their moms getting piped down? Like nobody wants to hear that, man. Especially when they really know what it is.
Right. Nobody want to hear that. And that's why I don't understand why porn stars have kids and strippers and anybody who do sex work. Like, why even have kids? You're going to humiliate them.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, a lot of them prom stars, once they do finally decide to settle down and have a family, like they really change their whole appearance up to where you wouldn't even know that they did it. Like you would have to dig for that type of information.
Exactly. But thank you so much for that super chat, Mr. Know It All.
Salute to you, bro.
Salute to you, always supporting, always coming through. And again,
Thank you for your patronage.
I really appreciate you. And this show was very, very good. It's just short and not a lot of people are here because it's Saturday night and they're probably out. It's a nice
Probably,
day,
yeah.
so they're probably out enjoying life.
Oh, you
But,
know it.
we have to do
Plus
this
the
more
Super Bowl
often.
weekend, everybody getting ready for that.
True. And everybody's getting ready for the Super Bowl. So let me give you a round of applause. You did great.
Appreciate you, appreciate you.
My pleasure. You did really good and you deserve it. All right, guys. So that is all. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for all the super chats. Thanks for all the cash apps. Thanks for all the mods who's modding in the chat. All the mods and
Salute to all
managers.
you guys, man. Y'all all deserve a round of applause for the night, man. Y'all showed out for real.
You sure did. So give yourselves a round of applause. You guys did wonderful. And I will see you guys again on Monday. Oh yeah, so I did a poll earlier. Let me go to it real quick on my phone. Um Let me go to the poll. Oh, here it is, community tab. So I asked you guys, what are some topics that you guys would like to talk about? Please comment some new ideas below. So one of the topics that I got that I'm gonna do Monday is should married women be more accepting of side chicks? I thought that was hilarious.
Hmm, that's
So
very interesting.
right, because let's be honest, who's gonna really accept a side chick, right?
I
So
mean, if you're a married woman, you should never want to accept a side chick. But,
exactly, but some women, maybe I guess maybe some women should be because maybe some women should accept the side pieces because their man is probably the breadwinner. He's probably taking care of her. He's probably high value. So, and you know what Kevin Samuels used to say about high value men
oh yeah,
is
oh
that,
yeah,
they deserve to get what they want.
exactly.
So
He
I guess
did used to
that's
say that.
right. So I guess that's the angle he want to come. That speaks Spanish now. That's the person who gave me that idea. But
Oh,
shout out
okay.
to
I
him.
didn't see that. Yeah, but yeah, that was a good topic. You should do that Monday.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do that. If you want to come up and give your take on it, come on
I
up.
mean, if I get a little extra time when I'm at work, I might pop in, but I'm not making no guarantees.
Okay, well, I know you're busy, but if you have time, just come up and give your take on it.
Yeah, but I'm a probably be in the chat with them two eyes. My trademark. So,
Oh
but yeah,
yeah,
like I said,
I
if I got the time, yeah, I'll probably pop in and give my 2 cents on that.
know. Okay. Thank you so much for coming and thank you for everything. I will talk
Hmm.
to you guys on Monday. Peace.
Deuces, y'all.
Deuces and good night.
Yeah.